Templar?
No. We simply wish to take him to his rightful home and to heal our... And Rigel pauses for a moment and just...
Oh, what?
Our other child, I suppose. As it looks over at Alex. I do not know how long it will take, but he shall be returned to you when he is well. But yeah, around that, if you want, Rudy, it's unless there's anything else that anyone wanted to add. Yeah, Rudy could come running in with the Templar sample.
I have the guy.
I have the meats.
I have the meat.
As you hold out the vial with the small clump of gray matter, that is brutality, it begins to gently levitate and float over to in front of Rigel.
Oh my god.
Come, my child. Let us, and then it's cut off by another explosion. Now, it's only Rigel that remains. Something is wrong. I will take them somewhere safe, or I begin to heal your friend and renew the Templar. Thank you. And that, Rigel seems to just kind of move the sample and Alex into the center of the wheels spinning around its core, and then it moves, not to the southwest, but it goes up and almost straight east, away from the sun that is currently hanging above in the sky where it came from.
The instant he took off, I would have immediately headed towards the command room so I could start looking to try and figure out what happened with the explosions.
That's probably a good idea. We need to go.
And I would have told everybody that's where I was headed.
What's
Trying to
keeping
find out
three
what was
angels-
going on.
What's keeping three of these guys' attention?
Okay, then yeah, everybody that is moving to the command center, go ahead and place yourselves up there. And if there's anything that anyone wants to do that isn't going to the command center, if you would like to let me know where you are going.
The magician will end his spell. Oh,
I will say, right before you end it, the last thing you feel is not pain, but warmth, comfort,
Relief.
almost peace. However faint. And I'll leave the magician with one memory. It's Alex sitting next to him in a new spiffy uniform, waiting on a bus. And that is the last thing that he sees.
I'll just look out at the sky. Pick up the staff again and change it down to back down to the pen. The robes and suit change back to just a regular suit and the coat. He sticks the pen in his pocket and meanders back inside with a headache.
Okay. And Maxson, did you say you were going to the control room as well?
Yeah.
I will go ahead and place him there. And where is Stone going? Is he continuing with the group?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, cool.
Trying to get some answers.
No, yeah, I feel like
It's time to wake up from a coma.
No, yeah.
We're summoning
just, like,
God.
He's
and
on
everybody's dying.
autopilot. He's straight on autopilot.
Yep.
Yeah, and then did Serena go to the observation deck with everybody as well?
What are we going to the observation deck for?
To see why the other solar elementals went to the southwest.
Oh, right,
And the
right.
I was
other
going to the
explosions.
command deck to
Yes,
look
definitely.
through the cameras to do that.
Okay, then yeah. I will place you there, and then where was the magician going before we
He's
go
going
the
to go
command deck?
to the pillar thing and investigate.
Okay, then we will go to the command room first, and we will pick up with the magician here in just a moment. As everybody makes it to the command room, has Mercenary Crane been up there the whole time?
Yeah, it's just been.
Chillin'.
Yeah,
He-
just been
alright.
up there.
Then I will explain what he
Kind of
saw.
still hooked up. He's never been unhooked.
He's
Yeah, I
still
will
attached
say-
to the machine looking through the
Still attached
guns.
to the hab.
I will explain it to Mercenary Crane, and as you all enter, he can relay this back to you. But as he was looking through, watching the orc ships, you would have noticed that there wasn't really anything happening. And then, not soon after, you would have noticed the large black plume of smoke that began to rise from the crater of Green Cove, and the unflinching glare from that watchtower in the middle of the waters.
That's not good.
And then the first big explosions kind of shook the hab a little bit, and kind of adjusted the camera, and then over near the plume of smoke, one of the sun elementals kind of just flies in almost like a shooting star and begins to fire out these beams of light at something in the something at the center of this column of smoke. And then after a moment, there just seems to be this vortex that just reaches out and just pulls the elemental in.
What the fuck?
And then after a moment, another elemental shows up. Does the same thing. Sees the vortex, tries to move around it, and you just see as this vortex just like slowly and eerily follows it through the air and eventually just sucks it in again. Snuffs it out. And again, with the last one showing up, it fires again, and then rather than it continuing to try and fight, it tries to fly back away to the sun. And you actually see that a few more little dots descend from the sun of Urmos. And it's about that time that the vortex not only grabs the one closest, but just begins to aim at the sun itself.
Oh no.
And you see, as these dots begin to go from the sun and slowly drain and go to this smoking, smoldering point in Green Cove. And as everybody arrives on the command center, you would all see as the sun goes from yellow to orange to red.
Yeah, so whatever's in that hole is taking the sun. I feel like everyone should know that.
Do we
After
have
a
something
moment, the
long
vor-
range enough to shoot there?
At the fucking hole? I have no idea.
That was a general question to Hammer and
Hammer,
Acolyte.
you see Hammer doing the math. You'd be firing blind.
I don't think that's a risk we want to take either.
No, wouldn't be worth it if we don't have any way to
What the hell am I
target that
looking at?
distance.
What the hell am I looking at fly towards those things? The giant fucking rings of light.
Solar elementals. What happened
Okay.
to
They're in the hole.
them? Fuck.
Some vortex came out. It is also pulling in the main sun, which I guess is more element. This is news to me, but it is pulling them from the sky.
This is exactly like I expected. They wanted those things to come down.
I
And
will
they-
and I will say, oh, sorry.
And they got the calculated gambit. And it worked out. Creature from another world shows up, fights us, injures him. Elementals come down. Boom. Perfect. Exactly what they needed. And she looks around the room at everybody that's in here. No more cowboy shit. You fucking got it? But I do not see a single another one of you running off on your own.
We'll have to
Because
relay that
that-
information to Alex when he gets back.
That is, I think a problem is a bit of an understatement.
Yeah. There's a lot of things that don't come out to the dark, and if they can stand that light now, that's going to cause a lot of issues.
Only the strongest survive in the dark.
As you're all looking out, as the vortex finally leaves the sky, that is when, rising up out of the plume of smoke, is a titanic, metallic, eyeless, dragon-like being. Flies up into the air, spreads its wings, and just begins to hover as these sickly green jets begin to propel and make it hover in the air as its giant eel-like eyeless face coils and whips around, hissing and screeching in the air. You can't really hear it, but it's so large that it's unmistakable. And to anybody that can see, as it turns and you look to its chest, you just see a giant glowing mass at the center.
Only the strongest.
Using them to keep itself going. Using them as a
fuck.
power source.
What the fuck?
And as it begins to flap its wings, it glides over, and along with the watchtower, begins to. It opens its mouth, and then just a beam of concentrated light just begins to. The minute it doesn't hit the ship immediately, the beast launches it and then raises its head to meet the ship, and as this beam rips across the water, it just immediately begins to oil it and just sizzle up to the ship and then just disintegrate it as it begins to just go from ship to ship, just carving through them like they're nothing. And it perches itself here on the coast and just begins to just continuously fire and be fired upon by these ships.
We're gonna have to figure out some way to take out the dragon to get the elementals free. Shit.
I will say, like, this thing's like city-sized.
Yeah, he's huge.
Making
Hence the
fuck off
ship.
dragon.
We're going to need a bigger
Just
gun.
seeing it fly in the air was
We're gonna need more than
intense.
one big gun.
Mechanical dragon.
yeah.
Is it a mechanical dragon? Right.
Yes, from what you can see, it seems to be a very crude, like, muscle body with metal plates and other armored carapace parts essentially just riveted on to the flesh.
If
with what
that's a
seem to
robot,
be
it might have an
bioorganic
internal.
rockets.
That's a robot and it's being controlled, and we can somehow get inside it. We can take it out. There's probably no way in hell we have anything that can do much damage from the outside.
And to all of you that read the blueprints, you would recognize that this is, though much larger and some different modifications, this is a Jabberwock.
Much larger.
Yes, about twice the size of a Jabberwock, and the Jabberwocks were pretty big.
Well, there's only one guy I know of that that's ever been onto one of those. I'd say.
Let me guess, he just flew away in the sky, didn't he?
What the hell are you talking about? Well,
Alex.
I was just talking about the magician. Because the magician got him to it in order to get on it. Which is, wonder if he'll be able to do that again. It's much larger, higher chance, I think.
Maybe. No, yeah, getting on it's probably our best bet. I don't think using his powers to disintegrate a part of it is gonna help.
As you are all saying this, Hammer just looks to you all. You can't be serious.
Well, who else is gonna do it?
It's all or nothing, Hammer.
He looks out to it, and he looks to all of you. He kind of looks to his hab.
Only the strongest survive in the dark, Hammer.
That's absorbing part of what's keeping our friend that just left alive.
I will.
If
I
it-
didn't
What?
want to forget to add, but after the vortex subsided, there was one beam of light that seemed to make it back to the sun, which came from the direction that Rigel flew off to.
Well, I figured Rigel got away, but the sun is now weaker because some of the elementals got taken. So it will take
Oh, yeah.
longer for Alex to come back.
I just didn't
It
want to
would've.
forget to mention that he didn't make it there. I didn't want you guys to think he immediately just got sucked up.
Also the planet.
Damsel in distress.
Mhm.
The planet kind of needs the sun. If I
No, yeah, I will say
remember correctly.
you are all now under the light of a red sun now.
Does that change anything? Do we
I don't have
notice
anything
any
for this.
differences?
I don't have anything for this session, but I will say that the light that covers the planet is now a darker reddish hue. And though they seem to have taken the elementals, the sun looks bigger in the sky. Red, bloated. It almost
shit.
looks older. It still seems to be burning
Red
fine, but yes, exactly. It seems that taking these elementals has destabilized the star they were creating for Ermos and has
Aged it prematurely.
Exactly.
We need to deal with this problem soon. The light might not make the planet warmer, but the sun itself will. And boiling oceans and melting does not sound fun to me. Once the heat of that thing catches up with where we are in the solar system, based on its proximity.
It won't be pretty.
No, that doesn't sound fun.
It's pretty awful.
Hammer just kind of begins to make his way to the door. I need to send a message to Sunflower City.
You need to
Just
send a
Sunflower
message
City?
to everybody.
Thank you.
And he just
Going everywhere.
to anybody that was looking at, he wasn't listening to anything you all said. He immediately made his way out and to the comms room.
Oh.
Bunker B is further underground.
Won't matter. They come from underground.
Yeah. Maybe I should go in there and make sure a message gets sent. Crane goes into the...
Roll for perception, Mercenary Crane.
hang on, I need to bring up his fucking character sheet. Do.
Phenomena.
Do. Rolling perception. Okay.
Perception.
Yeah. 13.
Blast of genius.
I will say that Mercenary Crane is not able to see what Hammer is writing, but
How much
he kind of
genius had?
he was able to give it a
4.
quick look over.
So 17.
17?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
With flash of genius added on top of it. Yeah.
All right then. Well, as Mercenary Crane walks up, he sees Hammer frantically typing out a message. It's kind of hard to read the entire thing, but he reads, "I don't know what's going to happen. I'm going to reach out for reinforcements. I will try to get there as soon as I can. Please be safe, my love." And then he sends the message, and then he begins to send a message to Bunker B and A and the barracks at Sunflower City, as well as other. He seems to just be grabbing every garrison communication that he can to begin sending out a message.
On the channels.
Walks over to behind Hammer. Just like hand on the shoulder. I've kind of had a feeling this had more than one important reason to get to Sunflower City.
The reason I took this job, trying to get home.
Like I said, all or nothing. We'll find a way through this. Let's just hope we're not bringing on everybody into a unwinnable fight.
Let's hope. And he sends out a message of warning and a distress to anyone that'll hear it, really.
Let's see where that takes us.
And I will say, after kind of harassing the orc ship for a moment, the beast rises up into the air with its massive or bioorganic engines, lifting it up, and then it flaps its wings, and then seems to just rise up, and then dive straight back down into the Green Cove. I lost my map, give me 1 second. But yeah, it just seems to go back.
Here's a question for you for my personal personal background.
Mhm.
We've talked about the fact that I was able to basically wander through the other Slagborn.
Mhm.
Would I have been able to guess some kind of hierarchy, and if they were in trouble of being whatever this shit was, to see if they could be persuaded to help? You did say that they did organized things.
Yeah, but the main reason they organize is to hunt and kill things and people, mainly.
Well, okay, that answers my question.
No, yeah, it was a good question. Like, your character definitely would have tried to talk to Slagborn, but he would have realized very quickly that
Doesn't do it again.
yeah, they'll basically look at you and go, "That's a good talk," as they're like sharpening their carving knives, like it's Thanksgiving.
All right, mealtime.
Yeah, they're like,
No way to direct.
Back on the menu, boys.
yeah, exactly.
No way to
But
direct.
yeah.
So I wouldn't have bothered with it at this point because I would have known that from previous. Okay.
So as far as you are all able to see, that the beast has either gone back into the cove, or it at least is still in that area.
I think it went back into the hole.
Oh. That doesn't give me any warm and fuzzies either, though.
Who's to say we actually go through with this plan of getting on the fucking thing, and then it goes into the hole, and then we beat it? But then we're stuck underground?
Might need to go full speed to Sunflower City for backup and then swarm it.
I will
We
say,
can use the information we've gotten from Maxson's ship. We may be able to build a quick upgrade, something quickly to make it fast.
Even then, we're still weeks away from Sunflower City.
That is an issue.
Mercenary Crane, after you had spoken with Hammer, he didn't say anything, but he walked out and started making his way down the stairs.
Kind of just like following after him.
Okay, we will pick up with him in a second. Is there anything that anybody else in the command room wanted to say before we jump over to the magician very quickly?
I do want to say something to Serena.
Go for it, hell yeah.
Oh, Maxson is going to look at Serena. He's going to tell her the idea about being in the dark is not who is the strongest, but who can adapt the quickest. So right now, we need to adapt and think of a new plan.
That's exactly what that phrase means. You don't have to lecture me. I live under a black hole.
Very quickly, let's jump over to the magician.
So I imagine he sees all that happen, but like obviously not in as much detail, but like more distant images, things happening on the horizon.
Seeing the sun change would be the major part, like as the sky literally goes from a normal color of sun to a red tinge to the atmosphere.
He'll just kind of stand
Yeah,
there
that's right.
at the top of the stairs and he's just... Damn it. I should have brought that king guy with me. This has been a lot easier. Well, I told him not to worry. There's no nightmare. Now there is one. Now I'm talking to myself. Again. Thought we'd stopped doing that. Whatever they say, as long as I don't answer myself, it should be fine. Okay. I'm gonna take the coat off. Gently fold it over and lay it on the floor. Take the pen in his left hand. He's gonna flick the two things off of this van brace on his arm and let it fall to the floor. And he's going to hold up the pen in his other hand, and he's going to mage hand and open this message and open this machine and whatever it is that's going on.
As he activates the machine, a message pops up, and it says, circumstances have changed. Emergency meeting requested. Do you accept? And it's in all caps, very fat and thick letters, different from the font that you were seeing before.
Slim on allies. And he will hit the enter key on accept.
And in a flash of light, the magician is somewhere else. And we will pick up there in just a moment. Almost in almost a Star Trek-esque, like, beaming away, just a pillar of light kind of appears. He fades away. And then the pillar,
like the Asgard off the Stargate.
Yes. And then we will move back to our motley